Thousands of people have rallied in Sydney calling for an end to violence against women amid growing anger at the number of those being killed in violent attacks across the country. No more. National rallies against gender-based violence were held in Sydney, Hobart and Adelaide on Saturday, with more due to be held across the country on Sunday, calling for greater action, including calls for a royal commission to address the epidemic of women killed in violent attacks. It comes as the federal Attorney General, Mark Dreyfus, rejected the idea of holding a royal commission into domestic violence, saying that it should be dealt with via cooperation between the federal government working with state and territory governments. I think we've actually identified a whole range of actions already that need to be taken. And I think what we probably can say is that we need to be working harder on the kinds of actions that have already been identified, he said. And I think that what we probably can say is that we need to be working harder on the kinds of actions that have already been identified. The Sydney crowd chanted and sang as they marched from Belmore Park to Hyde Park in Sydney's CBD, before speakers demanded policy and cultural change to address the violence. Organised by advocacy group What Were You Wearing, or WWYW for short, the rally was attended by people young and old, many holding signs calling for an end to violence and greater accountability. 26 women have been violently killed in the first 114 days of the year, according to data compiled by advocacy group Destroy the Joints Project counting dead women. The Prime Minister, Anthony Albanese, is due to attend the rally in Canberra with the Minister for Women, Katie Gallagher. In a statement posted to X, Albanese said a woman had been killed every 4 days so far this year. Protesters said they were horrified and outraged by the growing violence, with figures from the Destroy the Joints Counting Dead Women and Femicide Watchers Red Heart campaign showing that an average of one woman is murdered in a domestic violence incidents every 4 days across the country. Last year, that figure was one woman a week. I'm here today because I am horrified at the continued number of deaths and serious assaults against women in this country, said Siobhan Ferguson, one of the protesters at the rally on Saturday. Not enough is being done, in my opinion, to change people's mindset and to change legislation. But Ferguson said she felt heartened by the turnout that stretched through the city and closed multiple major streets. I get the sense there are a broad range of feelings, but I'd say people are disappointed and angry, predominantly, and wanting action. They want to see things moving. They're trying to raise awareness, she said. The writer, Emmy He, said she had attended because she was incensed by the violence women have been facing. We're just incensed by the loss of life and by the beautiful women who've had their lives cut short, and if ever there was a time to come together, it's now. She added, I think we can build from here. I can feel the momentum. He said she did not feel it was just anger that defined the rally, but a sense of grief and solidarity. We feel angry, but we also feel the pain. And we want to see cultural change, not just empty words. We need action on every level. The business owner, Helen Cooper, said she was attempting to support the women affected by domestic violence across the country. Solidarity is an important part of today. We aren't just here to march. We are here to be together in this time. We have definitely seen a spike in violence against women this year. We can all feel it, and not enough is being done. Cooper said the turnout made her feel supported and hoped all the attenders felt similarly. Especially for the people attending alone like me, this makes me feel like I am not alone, like I am supported by everyone here. Things are changing, but slowly, she added. Speaking at a press conference in Ipswich, Queensland on a Saturday morning, Dreyfus added that the rallies organised over the weekend reflected a huge level of community distress about the number of women who are dying in violent incidents. We have in this country an epidemic of male violence, and we all need to step up. We need to do more about it. What these rallies are about are reflecting that level of community distress. I'm going to keep saying it. Men need to step up. Men need to talk to their sons, to their brothers, to their colleagues at work and try to work together. It cannot be left to women to do something about this, he said. So here are where the rallies will take place on Sunday. In Melbourne, State Library at 10 a.m. In Perth, Parliament House at 1 p.m. In Brisbane, King George Square at 11 a.m. In Canberra, Commonwealth Park at 2 p.m. In Bendigo, Rosalind Park at 11 a.m. In Geelong, Market Square Mall at 11 a.m. Coffs Harbour, Jetty Foreshore at 11 a.m. In the Sunshine Coast, Foundation Park at 11 a.m. In the Gold Coast, Broadwater Parklands at 11 a.m. In Orange, Robertson Park at 2:30 p.m. In Coburn, Federation Park at 11 a.m. And in Wagga Wagga, Victory Memorial Gardens at 11 a.m. In Australia, the Crisis Support Service Lifeline is on 131114 and the National Family Violence Counselling Service is on 1-800-737-732. In the UK, Samaritans can be contracted on free phone 116 123 and the Domestic Abuse Helpline is 0808 2000 247. In the US, the Suicide Prevention Lifeline is 988 and the Domestic Violence Hotline is 1-800-799-SAFE. Other international helplines can be found via www.befrienders.org.